This is an easy empirical formula question, relatively easy. It looks harder than it is just because of the wording and because we've used an experiment rather than just giving you a list of masses of elements. So we're told that it's phosphorus oxide. Obviously we don't know the formula because we're trying to work out the empirical formula. So we know it's only got phosphorus and oxygen in it though. We know that we started with 1.24 grams of phosphorus. So I know I've only got phosphorus and oxygen, and my mass in grams of phosphorus is 1.24. I've got to work out, so the only difference in this question, rather than being given sort of percentages, I've been given real mass in grams. I've just got to work out how much oxygen I have. Well, it says burnt completely in oxygen and it gives me the final mass. So the amount that's gained must be my oxygen. So 2.84 minus 1.24 gives me my mass of oxygen, which is 1.6. If I was being really picky, I might write 1.60, but we're not being that picky right now. Then I need to look at the periodic table and just have a look for the relative atomic masses of both of those. So phosphorus is 31, oxygen is 16. And then I need to work out my moles. So everything else is the same as a normal empirical formula question. Moles equals mass in grams divided by the relative atomic mass. So I've got 1.24 divided by 31. And that gives me 0.04. I've got 1.6 divided by 16, and that gives me 0.1, sorry. Okay, so there's my two numbers. We haven't got it down to whole numbers, so we need to get it down to whole numbers to get a ratio for my empirical formula, because I can't write P 0.04 and O 0.1. So that's my smallest number. Divide both sides by smallest number is going to get me my answer. 0.04 divided by itself is going to be 1. 0.1 divided by 0.04 is going to equal exactly 2.5. Now, what to do now? I haven't got whole numbers. I've got one whole number there, but I haven't got a whole number there. If I did this calculation and I ended up with a number such as 1.99 or 4.01, anything like that, I would round it. But this is not anywhere close to 2 or 3, it is bang in the centre. And so what that tells me actually is that I need to multiply both of them by 2 to get whole numbers, rather than, I don't want to change that to 2 or 3 because there's no way I can possibly decide which it would be. So that's telling me actually it should be 2.5, and that if I want to get a proper whole number ratio, I just need to take this extra step of timesing it by 2 to get 2 to 5. So my final empirical formula is P2O5. That will happen a few times. You may get something with 2 of one and 3 of another, in which case you would get like a 1 to 1.5 ratio. So if you get something where it's exactly 0.5, then don't round it up, times everything by 2 so that you get whole numbers.